right. Green Onions. Booker T. Steve Cropper on the guitar. Playing a Telecaster. Just so that we're clear that there is a twangy thing going on there with the reverb and that Fender kind of sound. I'm Red. I'm here today courtesy of TrueFire to help you take a look into the song Green Onions. I'm using my Vox SDC 55 with the triple coil pickups, and I'm set with the pickups. I'm using the neck pickup, and it's set as a with the Fender single coil kind of sound, Strat Telly kind of tone. So I'm trying to target that sound. I think it's pretty close. Anyway, this is a cool tune, and it will pop up a lot at jam sessions. So having a few variations is a good idea. You know, different options that you can use, especially on your rhythm, so that, you know, if there's 2 or 3 guitar players, you're not all playing the exact same parts. So I'm going to give you a couple of different options on this for rhythm, as well as some you know, cool stuff for lead. The song, we're doing it in F minor here. I see it sometimes at jams in G minor. Those are the 2 most common keys, I think. What I'm going to do is I'm going to roll through the track. I'm going to show you a couple of quick different options, and then I'm going to discuss them. Then I'll roll the track some more and play a little lead and discuss some of that with you. So I'm starting with this traditional Notice that little lick. Now another thing you could do is up here. And one last more thing that you could do. Now, some different things I want to point out there. The original traditional rhythm would be what I was doing at first. You can see that G flat, A flat move from the F sharp. It's a pattern thing. I'm just barring across the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th string at the 1st fret and then at the 3rd fret. The same pattern. That's why I'm not putting up a chord chart for this one, because I think, you know, the chords are pretty simple. You should be able to figure them out just by looking at my fingers and using your ears. It should be chords you're already pretty familiar with, I would think, most of you anyway. Same pattern. We're just doing it over a B flat. Then we go to a C minor. Same move again. You notice that little lick that I did right leading me into the chord. On the 5th string, 3rd fret. And you'll also notice that upstroke. That was a Steve Cropper thing. Okay, now, If you listen to the keyboard, the organ, you're getting a little... And this is the cool thing about exploring stuff. When I do it this way, you hear the upward motion. An upward motion to the chords. But now, when I do it this way, listen to it, and you'll hear a downward motion. So you can, it's a cool thing when you explore and you find these things. You can work an upward movement, or you can work that bringing it back down, downward movement. And sometimes when you get the two things going on, one guitar player doing one thing, the other do, and that's when you start working together and playing things that complement one another. And, I'm going to dig a little bit deep into this, which is really just a simple thing. But what's happening there? There's a major scale being followed, and I'm not going to get deep into searching for all of the chords in that scale, but I'm just going to show you that this is a representative of an A flat. This is a representative of a B flat. Could be of a G minor, but because of the scale that we're in, the song itself, you can hear that it's not, that it is indeed the B flat. So now you can also just, if you want to spice up a little bit, kind of a cool little thing you can do there. But the whole idea is I took something that I heard the keyboard doing, the organ, I figured it out, and I analyzed what is he doing. He's playing, basically an A flat and a B flat. So, thinking about these things and gaining an understanding helps you to be able to find different things that you can do. One other thing that I did was I used these chords, based off of an A minor shape. I played an F at the 8th fret, and I was doing a funky little thing with my right hand, a funky rhythm pattern. Okay, now you can do that for all four, or you can just use that for the one. As an alternative for the 4 here, you can do the 4 there, same for the 5. And then one other thing that you could do is a chromatic walk down over the 4. When it shifts to the 4, and all that is a B flat minor. And then I chromatically, so I'm playing the first 3 strings across the 6th fret, and then the 4th string on the 8th fret, but you'll notice I have my 2nd finger lined up ready to go to do the walk down. At this point, I have to move my finger down so I catch the other 2 notes on the 3rd and 2nd string with this finger. Just the only tones that are actually moving are on the 4th string. Okay, so there's some really cool stuff you can do with rhythm. Now, as far as lead, I'm going to go ahead and roll the track. I don't want to go too much longer, but I do want to give you some stuff on the lead side too. F sharp, or F minor, excuse me. kind of the original melody. You get the idea, you know. I'm just playing blues licks. I'm just playing blues licks in F minor pentatonic, using those bends. You heard a couple extra notes in there that are outside the pentatonic, some chord tones, passing tones, and you saw me use this. Basically, you know, I'm figuring out a G sharp major 7. So there's something that comes out of the pentatonic, gives you something. You saw how I blended it, you know, I'm playing. So that's, you know, something you can do that's melodic, steps outside of the minor pentatonic, but yet is based around the minor pentatonic. And I think with something like this, you don't want to go too far outside of the minor pentatonic if you want to keep it closer tradition. Of course, you can get up here, too. I'm at the 13th through 15th fret. You know, you could play, obviously, all the way up and down the neck, and I do encourage you to explore. But, for the most part, on something like this, stay close to the minor pentatonic, add in those other notes, find some chord tones, passing tones, arpeggios, anything that you can mix in that sounds good. Let your ear be the guide. You know, if it sounds good to your ear, then it's a note that fits. You can hear it, you know, if you just listen to yourself. So, all right, I will see you again soon with another song. I'm not sure which one yet, but it's going to be a good one, I'm sure.